Good morning, welcome back to Breakfast Television. Thanks for starting your day with us. Today we're talking about nutrition and your workout. We've got Tania Tetrault Vrga joining us from CrossFit Winnipeg. Let's talk about snacking before the workout, because most of us have gotten the message that we need some nutrition before we go to the gym. The questions are going to be what and when. When do I eat?
Well, when you eat completely depends on what you're doing in your workout, right? So imagine, let's say you're doing like a boot camp type of deal, lots of jumping around, maybe lots of sit-ups, burpees, plyometrics, running around, that kind of thing.
Tons and tons of movement.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend eating within an hour and a half to 2 hours within that type of workout. We don't want to see you kind of cramping up or throwing up, God forbid. I'd rather see you get through that workout than have to deal with those kinds of pains.
Okay, what about I'm just focusing on hardcore weights. Today's chest and back day.
Right, so like bring a piece of steak and an omelet and some bacon, go for it, right? So in that case, it really doesn't matter. You can eat immediately before your workout, and in fact, you'll probably feel better fueled if you do that.
Okay, so how does that work in? Why does my body need that nutrition just before the workout?
It's not that it necessarily does need it right before. It depends on whether you're aiming for performance, or if perhaps your goal is just leaning out, body composition, then it's not as important to fuel your body in that particular case. It might even be good to come in fasted, maybe just have a cup of coffee or something like that. And it has to do with being aware of what your goal is.
Okay, so what if I'm just the person who wants to get lean? I'm not snacking before my workout?
Well, you're probably, first of all, not going to have as big of a snack. Often what's going to happen is you're going to want to fuel using carbohydrates, maybe some sugars, complex sugars, or simple sugars.
Okay, like a piece of fruit before I go in?
Right, so if you were to do that, but imagine that you are overweight and maybe you have insulin management issues.
Right.
So maybe that's not the best idea, because that might not help you lean out in that particular situation. But if you're an athlete, maybe a hockey player or something like that, I remember my brothers used to have like chocolate bars before a hockey game.
Right.
It's going to give you lots of energy, but might not help you lean out, right?
Okay, but they're doing a whole different component as far as what they're trying to achieve.
Exactly.
So for those of us who just want to be a little bit skinnier in the mirror, we're not eating beforehand, so we're telling our body, look, I'm going to use lots of energy, use up that extra love handle.
You got it. And you're still going to need to eat, because you do need to sustain yourself, but you're going to want something a little bit more balanced, and you have a little bit more leeway for the amount of time that you're going to have before your workout. You can absolutely use the energy that you've eaten over the last 24 hours in order to fuel that workout.
Can I quickly talk about my after workout? Does that change things as far as what I'm eating after my workout?
Yes, absolutely. So first, most important thing about eating after your workout is try to get it in as soon as you can. So within 20 to 45 minutes, if at all possible. Okay. Right?
Because my body's primed, ready to go, and burning energy, and I give it what it needs.
Yeah, so you need to give it some protein to rebuild those muscles, carbohydrates to replenish muscle glycogen.
Right.
But again, if you are trying to lean out, don't go too crazy on the sugar after your workout, right?
Gotcha. It's all about what you're trying to achieve and how that snack's going to make the difference. Also, the question of what. In a moment, we're going to come back and we're going to check out some snacks. We're going to look at your face, and then we've got Tania's suggestion when it comes to making sure you get a healthier option. We're going to put all the information on breakfasttelevision.ca, but right now, let's check weather conditions. Here's Jenna Kahn.